Okay, so let's talk about the baseball game. So basically you are given a string array, and then there will be the integer. There will be a C, there will be a D, and also the symbol which represent plus. So integer is just represent integer, right? And then plus represent the sum of the previous two score. And then D represent the double the previous one. And then C represent the invalidated the previous score, and then just removing from the record. So return the sum of all the score, and basically this is straightforward enough. So let's look at this. So phi to CD plus. So phi is the first integer, right? So we add to the list. 2 is the next one, right? So we still add into the list, but we don't know what we should do because it might be the C, it might be the D, it might be the plus right after, right? So we just have to wait. Then we know it's C, right? So C is invalidated, right? So we remove. So remove the 2, then the remaining is 5. So D again, D is what? Double, right? So you double it. So double 5, so which is, sorry, 2 times 5, right? So it's gonna be 10. And then the plus represent the what? Sum of the previous two score, right? So 5, 10, 15, right? So 5 plus 10 is 15. So the array is like this. Then you want to return a sum, right? So it's going to be 5 plus 10 plus 15. It's going to be 30. So the idea is straightforward. So we just look at this. Look at the list, right? Basically, we add 5, we add 2, we remove 2, we double 10. Sorry, 2 times 5 is 10, and then we see a plus. Then we check the previous two score. You add it, it's 15. Then we sum all of the list, all of the value in the list, and then this is the answer. So let's just look at this. How do we code it? Alright, so here it is. So what I need is the linked list. I'm gonna call result. So I will store every element into the list, the linked list, and then return the lambda string method. So map to int, and then it's gonna be, I'm gonna convert every single one into the integer dot inval, and then plus sum. Right, so I have a list, the linked list. I convert to the array, something like this, map to int, and then just every single integer will be integer itself, and then I will say, okay, sum every single one of them, right? Alright, so how do we do for this? So I'm going to traverse the operation. I'm going to call OP operation. So I have to make sure the OP dot equal if this is plus, else if OP dot equal if this is D, and then else if OP dot equal if this is C, and then last but not least is what? The integer, right? So the integer should be okay, should be easy one. We just have to convert the string into the integer. So I'm gonna add a value into the linked list, but I need to convert to the integer. So integer dot value of, and then OP, right? Alright, so the plus, taking the previous two value should be easy. Let's look at the invalidated. So removing the last one. So I'm going to say result.remove last. This is okay. And D is what? 2 times, right? 2 times the last value you have. So I have to get a value, right? So I'm still adding. So I'm still adding the value, but how do I add? Get a value. Result.size -1, and then times 2, right? So we get the last value. We get a last value times 2 and add into the linked list. So exactly the same thing. We get the last two value. Result.get result.size -1 plus this is going to be -2, right? So yes, pretty much it, right? So let me run it. Yeah, easy. Cool. So for time and space, straightforward, all of n for the space, all of n for the time, right? And this is all of n for the time. So you want to know like the debug mode. Let me just run it. So my operations are this, right? So you pause the value, sorry, pause the video every single second if you want. So I'm just doing a traversal, so it's gonna be 30. Alright, so if you still have a question, leave a comment below and subscribe if you want it. Alright, peace out.